Hey, what is going on, guys? Rudelanel here, come back at you with some more batch tutorials. I'm gonna get the Windows command line fired up right here, bring this down so you guys can see it, and we'll get started. Now, today we're gonna be taking a look at something called scripts, and this is really kind of what you're going to be working with the whole time in batch, because everything you do most likely will be inside of a batch script. That's really what I'm trying to teach you guys, is batch scripting, the scripting language. So what we need to be able to do is create a file, actually, and this file is going to have a whole bunch of the commands and the things that we would normally be typing into our shell, except they're all sort of clustered together. It's going to give us it really just sort of organizes them, not so much organizes them, but it creates a list of things to do and things to run. And we can add logic and things to this later on that will give us some accessibility. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up my text editor. I'm gonna use Notepad here. And holy crap, this is pretty big. I'm gonna shrink this down for you guys. And here we go. I'm gonna create a batch file. So I'm gonna save this. Shift it over so you guys can see it just a little bit. If I can actually at least get my window. Okay, here we go. Now my path is in users John. Okay. So we'll go to C, users, John Hammond. Okay. So now what we're going to want to do is inside Notepad we'll change the saving file type as all files, and what we'll do is we'll call this something real simple, like first.bat. And now the file extension is crucially important in Windows because it has to be a batch file. So in our case, the file type or the file extension is BAT. So we can go ahead and save this, and let's get some of those commands in there. Let's do dir, and let's do pause while we're in there. How about version? And then we can even do CLS. Okay. So now that we've got first, if we dir and actually take a look at our things here, we've got first.bat right there. So let's go ahead and try and run that from within our shell. If we type in first.bat, it'll do press any key to continue, but it's already ran the dir, as you can see. And now it cleared the screen before we even got to see the VER. So it's going through things pretty quickly. So what if we added another pause in there? Let's do first.bat, and actually let's try and run this without the .bat, and you can see that it works. You don't need that .bat because a .bat file is an executable file, and that's actually something you can take a look at inside the environment variables. You can change and modify the things that are recognized as an executable file within your shell. So see, it echoed dir, it went ahead and displayed everything from that command. We paused, and it's displaying the version, Microsoft Windows version, and then it paused one more time, and now it threw us back at our prompt with the screen cleared. So this is pretty nice. This is pretty simple. So now let's do something different, though. I'm gonna go ahead and change into my desktop, and I'm gonna create a new thing over in Notepad. Let's create a new window. I don't really want to save this, but I'll go ahead and call this one. Inside my desktop, I'll call this thing.bat. Now we'll go dir, and that'll be real simple. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do is do dir. I'm going to close out of this command line window here, and I'll bring thing down here so you guys can see it. If we ran thing right now, a command line box is going to pop up and then immediately go away. You guys can't even see it because it's going by so fast. I don't have the time to move it over here and show you guys. So let's go ahead and modify this, though, because we don't have a command line shell that's already started, so it isn't going to wait after it's finished the program. It's going to run that script immediately from within the interpreter and then close out of the interpreter. So we don't get to see cmd.exe anymore. It'll just run all the code and then immediately exit out of it. So what we'll do is I'll open up cmd one more time. Inside thing.notepad anyway, I'll add pause, and I think I'll actually change this to version so you guys can see what's actually happening. And I don't really think we need this anymore. So when we create thing and we run this, you can see it's running version, and we displayed Microsoft Windows version, and then it's running pause, and now we can see press any key to continue. But once we hit enter or any other key like J, it goes away. because there isn't a command line thing already open. So I'm going to go ahead and delete thing. All I really needed to do was just show you how that works, because if you create an icon or you actually run the batch script outside the shell, if you don't have anything that'll stop it, it can very easily just breeze and run right through the program and then suddenly disappear. You don't actually get to see any output. But in a script, you do have the accessibility and the access to be able to group and sort of run multiple things at the same time, and we can call it very easily with a single command. So it kind of makes things very easy, and we can even shorten commands if we need to just by saving it as a script. There are a whole lot of things we can do with this. It's just a matter of being able to play with it and understand it, and that's what we're working for in the series. I hope you guys enjoyed this small little video, and we're going to be working with scripts more and more very soon, and I hope to see you guys then. Goodbye.